guys, Matt V's Movies back for another video, and today we're going to be looking at my Thing collection. Okay, so I'm going to do this video in two sections. The first one, we're just going to have a quick look at the prequel that came out in 2011, I believe. This was a French steelbook that I managed to get hold of at the time. So we'll look at this first, and then we'll move on to the Arrow limited edition of the Thing and the 4K Ultra of the Thing, and just basically sort of go into a little bit more of my thoughts as to the picture and sound quality, having now viewed both versions of the original classic 1982 version. So before we get to that second part, we'll just have a look at this. So this is a wonderful steelbook, and the title is Debossed, and you've got that sort of new image that they use for this film. And we've got the spine, and then the back. It's a really nice image showing the spaceship under the ice, and the guys travelling towards viewing it. Now, unfortunately, this steelbook, I don't know whether anyone else suffers from this with steelbooks, but I do get it, a little bit of wear. You can see on the top here, there's a little bit of sort of I don't know what they call this, steelbook rot or something, but yeah, this is why I tend to use either gloves or like a little cloth. I don't know whether it's sort of acid in my fingers that gets on here. I don't know. I don't know whether anyone else experiences this, but it's quite frustrating, really, because it, you know, it kind of sort of, it certainly edges, and you can see here. Yeah, it's a real shame. It doesn't happen on all steelbooks with me, but ones that are more of a matte finish, like this one, it's a real shame, but what can you do? I keep these in plastic sleeves, but unfortunately this one, yeah, has suffered from that problem. I just open it up, and then on the inside it's quite, there's no inner artwork, which is a shame, but you can see that debossed title treatment and the disc. So there's nothing on the inside of this one, which is a bit of a shame. Would have been nice to have some inside artwork, but there's the Blu-ray disc. What did I think of this film? Yeah, I enjoyed this. Certainly not as good as the original, but had some good ideas, and I quite like the way that they showed elements of what happened, or what you saw in the first film, and they kind of showed you why those events happened. So that was clever. I do think it would have been better if it was just focused on the Norwegians. I know they brought some American actors into it, and I think it would have been more authentic if it, to be honest, if the film had just been in Norwegian. That would have made a really sort of you know, sort of quite a good prequel. I think sort of a real good sort of sense of continuity. I mean, obviously there were Norwegians in this, but I guess again they were trying to but yeah, it had some good ideas, but not as good as the original 1982 classic. Okay, so I did an unboxing of this recently on my channel, and had a chance to view the film last night in 4K, and wow, yeah, I was really impressed with this. Picture quality was stunning. I viewed this on my projector, which has 4K and HDR, yeah, I was really impressed. Sort of particular scenes that stuck out to me, the autopsy scene. You got some wonderful colours in there with the the blood and there was so many different sort of colours within the sort of the creature on, when the guy is dissecting it, and various other scenes where you see blood within the the transformation scenes, and it really kind of I was like really kind of, wow, this is really good. And the black scenes as well, really sort of inky blacks. Now obviously on a projector, you don't quite get that sort of deep inky black that you would probably on an OLED. Now I don't have an OLED TV, but I can only imagine what it would be like. And I know Keith at Euphoria Pictures has obviously viewed this on an OLED. I know he's got an OLED, and he said it's absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I can only sort of think that the HDR as well, because I think it's all in nits, and I know on OLEDs there's sort of a higher nit rate that you would get than say on a projector or an LCD or LED TV. But no, I was very impressed with this, and it was a good soundtrack. Again, DTS-X, but I have to say I didn't really notice any sort of effects from above. There was some nice surround effects, but yeah, nothing that sort of kind of blew me away. I think it probably is a sort of an uptick from the DTS 5.1 mix that's on the Arrow release, but no, I was thoroughly impressed with this one, and really pleased to have picked it up on 4K. So on to the Arrow for limited edition Blu-ray that they put out a few years ago, and again this is a wonderful edition in a lovely hard box, and sort of this artwork was quite cool, slightly different to what we'd seen before, and then again, as with Arrow, absolutely packed with special features here. This is wonderful. You get a few features in the 4K set, which are on here, but I mean this just blows you away with the amount of extras that you get on here. So if you used to put the two discs together, I would say the 4K for the picture and sound quality is an uptick on this one, but for content wise, this beats everything hands down. Now I did play some scenes from this film after watching the 4K, and I have to admit that there's not a lot of sort of difference between the two. I mean, obviously this was a 4K restoration from the original negative, so it's really good. This I say, for me, I would say probably the HDR is the that extra tick on the box that you're getting with the 4K, but by no means this is a fantastic transfer in my opinion, and wonderful to have all these extras on here as well. So I shan't be getting rid of this one or the 4K, because I think they're both great in very different ways. And I'll just quickly get this out, and again, I mean, you get, now I've actually flipped and got the original artwork. I think that's a fantastic image. And then on the inside, again, obviously you get the disc packed with special features as well, and then obviously on the inside you've got that same artwork that's on the outer packaging. So I really like this image. And then you get these wonderful sort of lobby cards as well with this, which are really nice. and that sort of image on the back of each of them. Really nice, these lobby cards. I do like these. You don't get these very much in editions these days. And I mean, this was a fantastic film. You know, it's the practical effects were sort of brilliant, and you know, even looking at it today, it still holds up really well. I mean, this is my favourite John Carpenter film. I really do always love watching this film, but every time I watch it, it still kind of creeps me out. All the you know, the transformation scenes, it's still sort of like a moment. but no, it's absolutely fantastic. And yeah, really happy to have to got this one in my collection. Again, the HDR shows the snow scenes, you know, really sort of really white, and like say those dark scenes are inky black. So yeah. And then again, we get a poster. I'll do a little insert so you can just see the poster folded out. And then again, we get this wonderful book from Arrow, just telling you all about the production. You know, this is a fantastic edition from Arrow. And I do like the booklet that's in the special edition, 4K special edition. Those you know, sort of pre-vis shots, and the sort of creature you know, sort of different artwork of the creature. That's really cool. But I ultimately decided, because I've got this Arrow edition, just to pick up the standard 4K. So there we go. Just as a little extra bonus, I many years ago I picked up the DVD version of The Thing. Since long got rid of that, but I did keep the little booklet which came inside the edition, and it's just a really nice little pamphlet. Nice shot there, and yeah, it's just a really nice sort of production notes, and the sort of signature of John Carpenter. Wish that was real, but unfortunately it's not. It's just printed on. But yeah, there's some nice sort of behind the scenes shots on here. Again, if you want to pause that and read. There we go. Just move it around the other side, and then just on the back, as with a lot of DVDs, you get the chapter listings and a couple of nice images there of the camp, and that classic scene when the creature's set on fire by Macready. So yeah, it's just a really nice booklet that I've kept hold of. Guys, that was my look at my The Thing collection. Really happy with the 4K Ultra edition that I've picked up, and obviously the Arrow limited edition is a wonderful edition, so I'll be keeping that one in my collection. And you know, I enjoyed the prequel, and say lucky to have got that steelbook. Even though it's got a little bit of wear on it, I'll still keep it in my collection, because I absolutely love, you know, love the look of it. And it's a nice tie-in. It's nice to watch the prequel first and then watch The Thing, the original 82 afterwards. It all kind of links together, which is, you know, I think it's a really clever idea. All right, it might not be the best film, but it had some good ideas. So guys, hope you've enjoyed the video. Take care, and see you in the next one. Bye now.